Absolute obliteration, cousin. They're probably gonna like eat it up at this one. Israel leaders react to massive Iranian assault. Aliyah vows to strike heavily across the Middle East. What? Just the whole Middle East gets it. Bro, the last kill was flames. The last kill was flames. And the editing levels, bro, is flames. Again, like I'm telling you, bro. Leveling up, brother. I'm gonna commission you soon. I'll have to commission you soon. A wave of deadly missiles seen all over Israel. Brutal, what a sight. What a sight. That's fucked up, bro. Fucked up sight.
Condemn these reckless attacks by Iran, and we call on Iran to halt any further attacks, including from its proxy forces. During the attack, the U.S. military coordinated closely with the Israeli Defense Forces to help defend Israel.
Because they're fucking shareholders,
U.S.
bro,
Navy
that's why.
destroyers deployed to the Middle East region supported the defense of Israel by firing approximately a dozen interceptors against the incoming Iranian missiles.
Yeah, because shareholder. In a major escalation in the raging conflict in the Middle East. Yeah, alright, cool. This one's actually bullshit. This is just a fucking compilation piece of shit. Let me see what the Pentagon said.
Matthew Miller there, speaking on behalf of the State Department. We're bringing this all to you in real time.
This is Iran launched missiles, dozens of explosions reported.
Department of Defense Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder now speaking to reporters following this Iranian attack.
Man, like Pat Ryder.
DM
you on Discord. Wouldn't let me put another link. No, I should let you.
Please note that we're still assessing the attack and the outcome, so numbers may change as we receive updates. Additionally, no U.S. personnel were injured or harmed during the Iranian missile attack. Secretary Austin, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General C.Q. Brown Jr., and U.S. Central Command Commander General Eric
this
Gorilla
Leo guy, bro.
Leapfrog
Studios.
With President Biden
I know about
and
a guy.
President Harris throughout the day
I ain't seen this one,
on
though.
the situation and U.S. actions. In
I'll check
addition
out
to
for
his
sure.
phone call earlier this morning with Israeli Minister of Defense Gallant prior to the Iranian attack, Secretary Austin spoke to the minister again just a short while ago to get an update. He reaffirmed the United States' ironclad commitment to the defense of Israel and underscored that the U.S. remains well-postured
because they're fucking shareholders, bro. Like, I'm part of the camp of, like, Israel has started all of these problems in the Middle East, yeah, with Yemen, Lebanon, many countries, right? I'm in the camp of, let Israel deal with this bullshit. The states, North Carolina, for example, North Carolina is shredded with that tornado. Flattened. People have lost their homes. People are desperate. There's millions and millions of homeless people in America alone. Why don't they focus in America? Why are the taxpayers, same here in the UK, always pledging allegiance to Israel? Like, always, whenever Israel do something, we're there back. Why? Why is that? To me, that's mad suspicious, bro. I feel like Israel should deal with its shit. You've done this shit. You're benefiting from this shit. Why the fuck do we have to come and back you up? And then us taxpayers, we're just paying it. It's us who's paying it. Us. It's bullshit, bro. To me, I just find it like utterly bullshit. Like, deal with your shit. America, like this guy, this General Ryder, ironclad commitment to Israel. He just forgot to say it's because we are shareholders within the land. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, come on. Like, let's be serious. Like, it's enough. Enough's enough. Majority of people think the same way. I can guarantee you that, bro. They would say, where would you rather your money go? To Israel or to your land? To America? In bettering the lives of the people that are downtrodden? No, it's a fucking no-brainer. Fuck Israel in this point. You know what I mean? Not to be harsh, but not to be rude, but to be harsh actually. Like, there's a line you got to draw it. Like, bro, we've got to focus at home. Not to be selfish, but bitch, we're paying all this tax. Like, come on. Like, people got to stand up for sort of shit like that. Like, fuck that. Homeless people are here. Let's sort out the homeless people here before we fucking start around saving the world. Motherfucker, that's because you're a tax holder and you're selling loads of weaponry to them, aren't you? Oh, it's a business, isn't it? Very suspicious.
To protect U.S. forces
and
defend Israel in the face of threats from Iran and Iran-backed terrorist organizations. We'll provide a readout of that call.
And then they throw in the word like terrorist. It's crazy, bro. I did, bro. I saw that, bro. I saw that already, bro. I've seen everything, bro. I'm joking, but I see a lot of shit.
As soon as possible.
Yeah, it was dope. It was great.
To be crystal clear, as Secretary Austin has said, should Iran, its partners, or its proxies use this moment to target American personnel or interests in the region, the United States will take every necessary measure to defend our people. And separately, I do have an update to provide on DoD support to Hurricane Helene response efforts, but I'll provide that at the end. With that,
see how they do it now? You see that? That's sort of like a piss take to the American people and to the people of the land. It's just like an utter piss take. Oh yeah, and by the way, you know, after saying, oh, we're fully pledging our allegiance to Israel, that means all resources go to Israel. Right, and then there, as a throwaway, as a spit in your face, it sort of goes, oh yeah, by the way, we've got an update for the hurricane, you know, the one that's been destroying lives in our own land. Yeah, but I'll give you that at the end. Motherfucker, get to, you know what I'm saying? You see what the priorities like. You go always question, follow the paper, motherfucker.
We'll start with AP Tara.
Thanks, General Ryder. What Navy destroyers were involved in helping shoot down and intercept? And given this escalation, what's being communicated between Secretary Austin and Minister Gallant right now in terms of tampering things down and potentially avoiding a wider war?
So the two Navy destroyers involved were the USS Volcally and the USS Cole. In terms of the conversations between Secretary Austin and Minister Gallant, you know, I won't get into you know, the private discussions other than to say we are consulting closely with them on next steps and the continued defense of Israel.
I started bumping the dude I sent you maybe like 6 months ago. Fucking love that dude. His shit kills, bro. He's amazing. His Africa cover is amazing. Dum 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 dum. 10 out of 10. But he does a lot of stuff. I've been watching him. Maybe first time I watched him was like a while ago, bro. Like 2014, maybe 2013, 2014, something like that. When I first heard him. 2014, 2015, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I think it's around about 2013, 2014. I remember I was like starting to grow my hair. Leapfrog Studios, man.
At risk of a wider war.
Right now, there has been no order to evacuate. As you've heard us say before, we are a planning organization, so we of course plan for all contingencies. But as of right now, State Department has not called for an evacuation. Jennifer.
Should we assume that the SM-3s were used by the Cole and the Bulkley to shoot down or to intercept the
I don't think you'll answer a lot of these questions.
I'm not going to get into the specific type of ordnance, Jennifer, other than to say again, they fired a dozen interceptors.
And Iran said that they gave a heads up to the U.S. and to Russia. How much warning were you given by Iran?
Yeah, I'm not aware of any pre-warning by Iran about their potential attack. As you know, this is something we've been following very closely for a while.
Pre-warning. It's just crazy, bro. Humans, I swear to God, bro, humans is a bit fucked up, bro. I look at humans and I think, a bit fucked up, bro. We're fucked up, man. I think I've got to distance myself from humans, honestly. Because, like, a warning, pre-warning. By the way, they're in the sky, guys. You know, do your thing, hide. They're coming. We're giving you courtesy. I mean, war is horrible, man. But someone gains from it. That's why you have to always have a war. You always have to have war. Because this machine that they've built is built on that. It's a war machine. It's just war. Weapons and war needs to be sold. There has to be a conflict somewhere. And that's not a world that I like. It's a dark fucking world, my bro. And the people, we're just there. Utter innocent civilians getting bombarded in their fucking games. In these games of these people. You know, it's a sickness. Fuck that. Makes me upset. But also makes me, more than it makes me upset, it makes me angry. You know what I mean? It just makes me want to like fuck them. Like fuck this shit. Oh, and it just makes me sad for the state of humanity as well. Like fucking hell. What a shithole.
Of retaliation by
Honestly.
Iran. And so we've been closely consulting with Israel for a while now to be prepared in the eventuality. And as today demonstrated, we were prepared and we were able to successfully work alongside Israel to defend them from this attack. Let me go to Carla.
Thanks, Pat. You said that the destroyers shot down Iranian missiles. Where did they come from? Were they all from inside Iran, or was some also from Yemen being shot by the Houthis?
Carla, to my knowledge, and again, we're still assessing this, these were all launched from Iran, ballistic missiles. And what
It's crazy how Americans say Iran, isn't it? It's like Iran, Iraq. It's Iran and Iraq. It's crazy. It's something that's always, it's fascinated me. Why did they say Iran? Crazy. And why did they say aluminum?
I said was that they fired the interceptors towards those missiles. So.
And then were any other U.S. assets involved in this defense?
Of course, we have a lot of capability in the region, a lot of things that are there to be prepared
a shareholder, because you're a massive shareholder in the land, aren't you?
The launching of these interceptors, it was those two destroyers.
So just being clear, no ground-based interceptors were used in this. Were the were you aware of any duds that didn't fire off that maybe Iran?
You see, these words at the bottom here, you can't see them because my fucking hawk nose is in the way, but it says Pentagon. They say, if Iran uses this moment to target US personnel, we will take every measure to defend our people. See, the wording of that gives me sort of hope where America's saying, sort of saying what I'm saying, like backing away from the fuckery that Israel is doing. They're sort of making a distance, like, alright, if our people get injured, then yeah, alright, we'll be involved. But until then, we're there hovering. Really, they should be like, oh, let's fucking go home, sort out our place, sort out our land, before, looking over there. Israel busy doing its shit. Israel over there fucking destroying Palestinians for months. It's coming to a year. We're 6 days away, you cunts.
Iran wanted to fire more than the roughly 200?
As I mentioned, we're still assessing the outcome of the attack, and so we'll have much more information later. But these are all, our initial reports.
And then on the second call with the Secretary and Minister Gallant, did he urge Israel not to respond or to moderate any response to Iran, or did Gallant share any of Israeli intentions for their potential response here?
Well, again, as I'm sure you can appreciate, I'm just not going to be able to get into the details of their call, other than to say, again, we're consulting closely about next steps and the continued defense of Israel.
What is Secretary's...
And the continued defense of Israel. We must defend Israel at all costs of it. Israel. What the fuck's up, bro? What's going on in Israel? What's going on in Israel?
Austin think about the potential for an Israeli response here? Would he urge them, without saying what he said in the call necessarily, but what are his feelings about the potential? Would he urge them restraint, or?
Well, look, if you take a step back here, we fully support Israel's right to defend itself. You just saw
everyone has a right.
Very significant ballistic missile attack by Iran against Israel. And so, we'll continue to work alongside them to support their defense. We, of course, do not want to see a wider regional conflict. You've heard us say that many times, and we'll continue to work towards that end. But we also fully understand the fact that this was a significant attack by Iran, and so we're going to continue to consult closely, and we're going to continue to support their defense. Let me go to Laura.
Thank you. Just a couple of clarifications. You say that the U.S. destroyers had intercepted or shot down the missiles, or just that they fired?
I said that they fired approximately a dozen interceptors against the incoming Iranian missiles.
And were there any U.S. aircraft that shot interceptors at Iran?
What I've read out is what participated in the defense of Israel. Okay.
And just one more. Can you say if there were any drones or cruise missiles that were involved in the Iranian
Again,
attack?
still assessing it right now. It appears
Homie ain't gonna answer a lot of shit.
missiles.
Yeah, this homie ain't gonna answer a lot of shit. He's just the front man. I can't see that shit. Let's have a look what they're saying here on BBC News.
Iran has launched a barrage of missiles at Israel. The weapons...
You see, BBC News, it has that distinct sound of utter bullshittery.
Lit up the skies above Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and there were frequent explosions as they were shot down by Israel's Iron Dome missile defense system.
The Iron Dome's crazy defense system.
Well, sirens sounded right across the country. Israeli civilians were told to take refuge in bomb shelters, but they have now been told by the authorities that they can leave. Iran said the attack was in response to the killings of the Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah and the Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh. There are fears, of course, now for escalation right across the whole region. The Islamic
Yeah, because that's right, they did do that.
Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued a statement indicating that the missile attack was just the first wave. They also warned that if Israel retaliates, additional missile attacks will follow.
Damn.
Israel has said that the attack by Iran will have consequences.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in Israel, in Tel Aviv, 6 people have been shot dead in a shooting attack.
What
At
the
least
fuck?
another 9 others were injured, some seriously.
What the fuck? Not only is bombs threatening, they're shooting each other there. What's going on in Israel? What's happening in the mean streets of Tel Aviv?
Police say the attack happened near a railway station in the Jaffa area of the city. Israeli media say the 2 assailants, who were seen getting off a commuter train, were shot dead by a passerby and a security guard. Well, in the last few minutes, the White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan gave this update.
Today, Iran launched nearly 200 ballistic missiles towards targets in Israel. The United States military coordinated closely with the Israeli Defense Forces to help defend Israel against this attack. U.S. naval destroyers joined Israeli air defense units in firing interceptors to shoot down inbound missiles. President Biden and Vice President Harris monitored the attack and the response from the White House Situation Room, joined in person and remotely by their national security team. We are still working with the IDF and the authorities in Israel to assess the impact of the attack.
Well, let's speak to our correspondent Nick Beek, who is in northern Israel for us. Nick, just tell us what has happened where you are in the last couple of hours.
Well, Geeta, we're right in the north of the country, and just over my shoulder is the Lebanese border. And that explains why tonight, every now and then, you can still hear explosions. We assume that is outgoing Israeli fire. But about a couple of hours ago, things
We're still
changed
bombarding
because we saw
Lebanon.
overhead missiles heading
Israel's
towards
on some mad shit,
Israel.
bro. I
The
don't know what they're up to.
orange glow of those missiles. At that point, we saw that some were continuing to make their journey. Others, though, were being shot down, and we saw the Israeli defense come into operation and some of the missiles being taken out and falling to the ground. Very shortly afterwards, there was a siren for this particular area, which meant not just there was a threat from falling debris, but that there were missiles coming towards this particular place. So
No doubt loads of people would have got
everyone
injured
here
and
went
it's
to
fucked.
the nearest shelter, and of course that was a scene that was
Look at
replicated
that. Imagine that. Imagine that. You look up and you see that. Hellion raining down. Bro. What a world.
right across Israel, because
What
so
a
many
fucking
parts
world.
of the country had this alert as the Iranian attack came. So
Shit.
that was a
It's
snapshot
shit.
really of what we saw, but as I say, it was replicated in lots of different parts of Israel.
And of course, everyone is
me
waiting to
piss, I'm gonna
see
grab a new
now
one.
what the response will be from Israel. They have said there will be consequences. Of course, it is not yet clear what that means. Just give us a flavour of some of the statements that have been emerging.
Yes, certainly. That is something that's being said, and really that we've seen, haven't we? This sort of cycle that we get into where one side says there will be a response, warns the other not to make it, and then sure enough action is taken. And I think that is in the mind of people who we were sharing a bomb shelter with earlier this evening. People have been broadly supportive of the intensification of Israeli attacks on Hezbollah over the past 2 weeks or so. The operation that's happening over there not just on the border, but going across the border. As we've seen in the past 24 hours, the Israeli Defense Forces launching these raids, going into Lebanese territory, they say to carry out attacks which will drive Hezbollah fighters out and ultimately lead to lots of people who are staying in this area because they can't live on the border anymore, or certainly for the past year or so, because of the ongoing threat of Hezbollah rockets. So people, as I say, have been broadly supportive of that, but they're mindful about what could come next. Israel, of course, always says that there will be a strong response to any sort of attack on the country, but people are very aware that they could be caught in this escalation. So that is absolutely in people's minds tonight, Gisa, even though this latest threat may well have passed for now.
Nick Beak, for now. Thank you very much indeed.
Let's start the programme with where we're at right now in the escalating conflict in the Middle East. Iran and Israel, avowed enemies, have come into their fiercest direct conflict yet after Iran launched around 180 missiles against Israel on Tuesday.
See, it's the retaliation thing. It's that thing of where people get ramped up on the fact of, like, let's retaliate. Well, we've got to retaliate. Or they expect retaliation. That shit needs to go away. That shit needs to be realised and recognised as, oh no, they're retaliating because there's a reason. Wouldn't you do the same? It's just that, and then it leads to, all right, then it will never end. Then it will never end. We continuously keep bombarding each other. And the saddest thing is the people that are gaining, if we can say gaining, the power and you know, the control by doing these sort of actions, which is war. They don't really pay consequences. It's the people that pay the consequences. Innocent life pays the consequences of these people for them to gain power and money and respect and whatever it may be that they're after. It's power. Eventually, that's what it leads to. It leads to a control and want power over people. You know what I mean? So, and that's the human condition. This is where we're at. The true utter sadness. Let's see what his reaction is.
And then on top of that, as you know, the world right now is spiraling out of control. You might not have seen what's happened because it was a few hours ago. A lot of people were here. There's so many people outside, which we appreciate. But a lot of people were here. A short time ago, Iran launched 181 ballistic missiles at Israel, and I've been talking about World War III for a long time, and I don't want to make predictions because the predictions always come true. We're not going to make, but they are very close to global catastrophe. We have a non-existent president and a non-existent vice president who should be in charge, but nobody knows what's going on. She was at a fundraiser in San Francisco, a city that...
And you know what? In truth, yeah, it's come to a sort of situation where if you really listen to the rhetoric between the two presidential candidates, be it Harris or Trump, being Harris or Trump, but when you listen to their rhetoric, there's only one that you would point at and go, yeah, that's the geezer. That's the geezer that's going to sort this. Or at least is going to step in and have a force in it. They all respected him. Putin and all of that. That's why I think he needs another term in there in this shaky time, just to see. Let's see what he does, because I don't think Harris and that is yeah, I don't, it's none of my business, but yeah, I wouldn't feel comfortable with a person like that, with a character like that there in a position of power. I mean, I think it's time for a little bit of a shake-up. You know what I mean? Although the shake-up's not really a shake-up because we've got Homie from since. You know what I mean?
She totally destroyed, by the way.
It's doomed.
San Francisco.
It's an absolute farce. You got a sleazy billionaire against an incompetent, stupid, left-wing sort of style regime. It's very stupid. Look where we are now, humans. Look and remember.
Moscow was the best city in the country maybe 20 years ago, and today you can't even go there. You can't even live there. And I speak against myself because I own property there. I shouldn't be saying that. I should say it's the greatest place in the world. Let's sell my property. But I say it's, I don't know, maybe it stages a comeback, but it's literally not livable. And 20 years ago, it was the best city in the country, probably one of the best cities anywhere in the world. But they, you know, she was...
It's mad. Do you know what, bro? Sorry, this is off topic, but do you know what? When I grow up, I wonder if I'm going to get that turkey neck. Do all old people get that turkey neck? Maybe if you're fat. It's crazy. I like to look at it. I don't know why, bro. It's a weird thing. Reminds me of a turkey.
Caught yesterday on an airplane.
Or like a chicken.
Staging a fake photo op. Did you see that with the telephone? The only problem is she didn't have the phone plugged in. You know, she was talking. She's talking on the phone. The phone is not plugged in. She's talking like she's working. You know, I'm working so hard. Oh boy, what a group. What a group.
Grease is deadly. He's deadly with it, man. He's deadly with it, man.
No one is in charge of our country, and it's not even clear. Really, I mean, who's in charge between the two of them? You have a president, I guess. You have a vice president, I guess. She should have never been chosen because she never got any votes. I'm not a big fan of
cabal. The cabal is in charge. That's who. The cabal.
Got 14 million votes, and that was a coup. Would you say, Scott, that was a coup? If Scott Walker says it was a coup, Tommy, I say it was a coup, okay? But it was a coup. It was terrible, and nobody's ever seen anything like it. And we're doing great in the polls. They just came out with new ones. Rasmussen, we're really good. I mean, it took a little honeymoon. You know, for 4 weeks you did nothing but hear about. She went from being the worst vice president in history. He's the worst president in history.
Jesus Christ.
It's the worst administration by far in the history of our country.
Jesus
Look
Christ.
at our border where people are pouring in and they're criminals and they're murderers and drug dealers. Look at what they've done. And then she goes up 5 days ago, and tries to explain that, you know, we're going to do great things in the future. And I always say that everything they say, why didn't you do it 4 years ago? Why didn't you do it? They keep talking. She said, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to... But she's not going to do any of it. They're incompetent. We can't...
See, like, it's the way he speaks, bro. He's very charismatic, and he's very, like, clever in the way he's able to do his dialogue. And it's very, like, it's a no-brainer for a voter, in my opinion. Although it's none of my opinion, I don't... It's none of my business. You know, I'm not there. But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean? I hope you get what I mean. I know you know.
Have another 4 years. We can't have another 4 years of what we went through. It's embarrassing. The whole world is laughing at us. That's why Israel was under attack just a little while ago, because they don't respect our country anymore. The so-called enemy doesn't respect.
See, like the allegiance to Israel is always there. It's really strange to me. I'm trying to understand it. I really am. I'm really trying to understand why everyone has this like great affinity to Israel when we know it's stolen land, like they've occupied it. You hear him speaking about the purge, a purge style government. What a thing! What? He's a nutter. He's a nutter. You're dealing with a nutter.
I'm going to do that. She's there for almost 4 years, and I just keep saying why. I did it during the debate. I killed her in the debate, but I have a lot of crooked people. What they do. I had 3-on-1. I didn't even mind that. I still won by a lot.
True.
Why? I asked.
True.
The question.
He's right.
I asked the question. And that David Muir, how about him? I said, how about that guy? Pretty boy. You know, we call him Pretty Boy. That's about it. That's about all. But you know what? I said, crime is at a level like we've never seen. It's rampant. It's rising. Okay. He interrupts me. I'm sorry, sir. Crime in this country has gone down. I said, you know, without looking at numbers,
crazy,
is there
bro.
anybody in this room that think that crime has gone down? It's gone through the roof, and largely because of migrant crime.
He's leaning on the migrant crime thing. Hold on. I don't want to miss a word. So you're gonna have to listen to me put my hoodie on. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Watching. It's cold as fuck though. Can't lie, it's starting to get shivery. Right there, my boy. Better pack up them belongings. Go on.
Like you're in a prison of glass.
It's very low.
You want to buy
Isn't he?
Yeah. Have to wait 45 minutes for a clerk to come up and open because
new wig. He's got a new wig.
Every drugstore. I just lost one. I had a nice tenant. I just lost a tenant. I had a beautiful tenant at 40 Wall Street. I just lost a tenant. They opened big chain drugstore. Big, beautiful chain. They opened. They were doing such great business. 40 Wall Street, right across from the stock exchange. They gave me notice. They said, we're going to have to close because the shelves, they literally, the people walk in, they just take everything they want. They walk out of the store. What the hell is going on? See, we have to let the police do their job. And if they have to be extraordinarily rough.
Well, what have they done? What have they done to deny the police their job? That's my question. Like, what happened? What happened for there to be a denial for the job? Is people running rampant there? The way they make it sound is very fucking stupid. Be real, motherfuckers. I don't get it. What's going on? Is there no police there then? What's the situation?
And you know the funny thing with all of that stuff, look at the department stores, same thing. They walk into you see these guys walking out with air conditioners, with refrigerators on their back. The craziest thing. And the police aren't allowed to do their job. They're told if you do anything, you're going to lose your pension, you're going to lose your family, your house, your car.
No way.
The police want to do it. The Border Patrol wants to do it. Border Patrol.
So you can just rub shit for free. Just rub it and walk away. And they can't do nothing. They want to do something, but they can't because they're going to lose their job, their pension. That sounds like bullshit. I don't know.
They're incredible. They want to do it. They're not allowed to do it because the liberal left won't let them do it. The liberal left wants to destroy them, and they want to destroy our country. You know, if you had one day, like one real rough, nasty day with the drugstores as an example, where when they start walking out with, you know, she created something in San Francisco. $950 you're allowed to steal. Anything above that, you will be prosecuted. Well, it works out that the $950 is a misnomer because you can steal whatever you want, you can go way above. But you'd see, originally you saw kids walk in with calculators. They were calculated. They didn't want to go over the $950.
Unbelievable.
Standing with calculators.
Unbelievable, bruv.
Smart people. They're not so stupid, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge. Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day. Mike, would you say, he's right here, he's a great congressman. Would you say, Mike, that if you were in charge, you would say, oh, please, don't touch them, don't touch them, let them rob your store. All these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent, the city doesn't have money. It's a chain of events that's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough.
Here he comes with the purge shit. He's proposing the purge.
The word will get out, and it will end immediately. End immediately. You know, it'll end immediately.
This guy.
Crooked Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Sad. But lying Kamala Harris, honestly, I believe she was born that way.
Damn.
There's something wrong with Kamala.
Damn,
I just
boy.
don't know what it is, but there is definitely something missing. And you know what? Everybody knows it.
See, you see now, that was bullshit. All what I saw there was bullshit. 1 rough hour, a purge. That's bullshit. That's not what he said. Did Russell put anything out, my boy? Nothing. 2 minutes ago. But nothing on the Iran thing. Nothing on the Iran thing. It's not Iran related. This is not Iran related. This is definitely not Iran related. There's nothing to do with Iran over here.